how many times a week that we need to hit a particular muscle. Is it 1 time a week? 2 to 3 times? Or more? Hello, friends, this is lifestyle and fitness coach Bikram, and today I am going to clear a very basic confusion which newbie gym joiners haven't also correctly advanced as they are not following the most optimum frequency in respect to their lifestyle and nutrition profile. So, the question is, how many times a week that we need to hit a particular muscle to get the most optimum results? Is it 1 time a week? 2 to 3 times? Or more? The answer is that it depends. It depends basically into 2 factors. First, if you're a natural lifter, or if you're on steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs. Second, are you a beginner gym joiner or an experienced lifter who has been training for a longer time? So, let's deal with factor number 1. If you're a natural lifter, and you don't take any kind of steroid in your body, then you would get the most benefit by hitting a muscle multiple times in a week, at least twice a week, and ideally 3 or even 4 to get significant growth past the beginner stage. But if you're not natural, and you take steroids or any other performance-enhancing drugs, then you can still get significant gains from hitting each muscle once per week. But why, and how? Why, the difference? Why natural lifters need to lift more times in a week than an enhanced lifter? Well, the answer lies in the term protein synthesis. See, the key to building muscle is triggering protein synthesis, the process in which your body uses amino acids to build up tissue. If you want more muscle growth, then protein synthesis has to be elevated to a higher degree and has to stay elevated longer. After a workout, protein synthesis remains elevated in the trained muscle for around 24 hours, slightly more or less, depending on the workout. By training each muscle only once a week, you aren't keeping protein synthesis elevated for long in each muscle. Not only that, if you're training each muscle only once a week, you might actually lose a positive adaptation, muscle growth, by not stimulating it soon enough. This is called inflation. The body doesn't want to carry extra muscle mass that's not useful. So by waiting too long before hitting a muscle hard again, you might slowly lose some of your gains. Not all of them, but it can certainly diminish your rate of progress. A natural lifter needs more training sessions since they're the only significant protein synthesis trigger he has. Eating also increases protein synthesis, but in a systemic pattern and to a much lesser degree. So the natural lifter is far more dependent on each workout to stimulate growth. On the other hand, enhanced lifters are artificially increasing protein synthesis with drugs. The steroids keep protein synthesis elevated around the clock. The workouts, of course, increase protein synthesis to an even higher degree, but hitting each muscle more often isn't needed because the overall rate of synthesis will stay elevated all the time. Even if they're training only once, protein synthesis will not get low because the steroids are already helping to keep protein synthesis elevated, unlike natural lifters. Some studies have found that taking anabolic steroids led to some muscle growth without any training. I'm not saying that people get huge that way, but it certainly prevents losing the adaptations that can occur from only training a muscle once per week. Natural lifters need the workout to elevate protein synthesis. And since it only stays elevated for 24 to 36 hours after a workout, they need to hit each muscle more often if they hope to make significant gains. Surely, you might find many guys who might be able to pack good muscle mass by training only once, but you have to consider the total time required to achieve that also. If a guy has been training only once per week and muscle for 15 years, he surely will have better muscularity than a guy who have been training multiple times a muscle for 1 year only. If you're natural and really passionate about muscle building and want to gain the most optimum muscle growth in the most optimum least time possible, then I would suggest you to try working out a muscle at least 2 to 3 times for 2 to 3 months and see the difference. Don't forget to tell me if it worked for you or not. Now, let's come to factor number 2, which is, if you're a beginner or an advanced lifter. Generally, beginners should train more times a muscle, while advanced lifters can benefit from working a muscle less times. It is because a beginner or a new gym joiner will of course lift light weight and so will recover faster. For example, a beginner gym joiner who does dumbbell bench press with 10 kg will recover faster than an advanced lifter who does dumbbell bench press with 60 kg in both hands, along with other advanced hard exercises and train for longer time. Since a beginner is learning and has not gained most strength, so he will lift very light weight, so he will recover much faster in 1 to 2 days. So then, he can again train that muscle, because it has recovered. But an advanced lifter has gained significant strength, so he will lift more heavy weights, so he will tax his body more and hence he will take more time for recovery. so he can't again start training the same muscle after 1 to 2 days, like the beginner gym joiner. So that's all for today, friends. I hope this cleared most of your doubts. Lifestyle and fitness coach Bikram signing off. Love and regards. Take care.